On murder charges, we are seeing new video of her. It's her in this video clip. It's popped up on YouTube.
This audio journal didn't just pop up. I was very put off by seeing her.
It's almost like a video trailer for an upcoming movie.
This was the first of many installments. So a lot of questions out there as to the motive here. Is she looking for that payday, or is she really just trying to get better?
Apparently, this audio journal was on 2 websites, pay per view. All right? Not one mention of Kelly. It's all about her generating interest in herself, making money, and about an extension of her narcissism.
Narcissism, yes, but making money, I'm not so sure that this was the best way to go out and make money. If that was her goal, she has some issues with judgment as well. So in the YouTube video, you see her there in that picture. She's wearing thick glasses. She has a white tank top, new hairdo, beach blonde hair. Now, this is the first time we've heard from Casey since she left court after being found innocent of murdering her daughter, Kaylee. The court found it that way. She was, as we've learned from Mark Eiglar, she was not proven. Whether or not she was innocent is a whole other matter. She seems almost unrecognizable in this YouTube video. Take a look here.
The good thing is that things are starting to look up and things are starting to change in a good way. Just hope they that things stay good and that they only get better. They'll only get better.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. There's a lot going on that tape. And, of course, she never mentions her daughter, not once. We've become accustomed to that in following Casey's antics. Casey's attorney says Casey did not post the video. Her account must have been hacked. I don't know if I buy that. What do you think? Go to vote at hlntv.com/Dr. Drew. Vote on whether you think she was hacked or whether she put that up there intentionally, and we will share the results with you later in the show. Now off to my guest. I've got Heather McDonald sitting next to me. She is the star of After Lately. That airs Sunday, 11 p.m. on E! And some Casey insiders. Leonard Padilla, you remember him, the bounty hunter who bailed Casey out of jail. He's going to join us in a few minutes. I think I have to put my cowboy hat on to summon him. And attorney Matt Morgan. My staff here is laughing about that. There's Matt. Matt represents Zenaida Gonzalez. He is here. Matt, Casey apparently will not answer your questions whenever you pose them. She pleads the fifth. Does it make you disturbed that now she's sort of putting herself out there but still not answering your questions?
It really does, Dr. Drew. And if you remember, we wanted to file the deposition that we took of Casey, you know, way back in October. And her counsel cited that her safety was one of the main concerns for not allowing us to file that deposition. And so now we're kind of baffled because if her safety was a concern and the disclosure of her current appearance was kind of the basis of that, then what is she doing at this point in time? So we're confused.
Now, the man who actually uploaded the video to YouTube says he found it on a pay-per-view site. As you heard Nancy Grace talking about it, he talked to Nancy. Watch this.
I went looking for the video, and after about 45 minutes, I found a pay site that wanted, I think, $2, and I didn't give it. I tried another one. I think it was $3 or $5. I would not give money to that either. I kept looking and looking and looking. I finally found it, a link to it free. I hurried up. I downloaded it into my computer. It was 5 or 10 minutes later, that link was gone.
Now, Casey's attorney has told us, quote, Casey has maintained notes and memoirs for her personal counseling. She did not upload or release this to YouTube. She does not know how the video got on YouTube. She did not authorize it, and therefore it had to be obtained illegally. Now, here's my thing, Heather. She looks like somebody who's doing a video journal in treatment, right. And things leak out of treatment all the time. You'd be surprised. I mean, people sign these confidentiality agreements, and yet magically pictures leak out, videos leak out. Do you buy that this is maybe some sort of therapeutic thing she was doing?
I mean, I think kind of maybe because if she was trying to make money off of it, she'd have to do a little something more than talk about my life's getting better. I mean, you got to like show your boobs or something. No one's going to buy. Even spend 50 cents. Guys are into the Casey Anthony thing. They want to see
They
more
like
than
her.
just the tank top and the glasses.
Well, and so you believe that if she were going to make money, she would do it. She would go all the way.
She would go all the way and do something, or talk about something a little more interesting.
Yeah, to me, she was talking to herself on this
Right.
video, which is, by the way, given how I have had time to think about Casey Anthony, given how I understand her brain problem, which is rather serious, that's the kind of thing you would have her do to reflect upon how she appears and how she looks and what she's saying, and to be more reflective. Leonard, you know Casey. Do you think she's doing this to make money?
Well, the people around her are doing it to make money. And as far as the taking her clothes off and all that, I can tell you this. Rob and those guys would tell you that they won't spend 10 cents to see her in the nude or in the buff. But the money around her is what is needed. None of these attorneys have made any money off this trial. They've gotten a few shekels here and there. But they're really hurting for bucks right now. And that's where the money's going if they can sell any of this stuff.
So Leonard, is your contention that the attorneys who are saying that this was hacked, they're actually the ones behind getting it put up?
Absolutely. They've got publicists out here on the West Coast. They got a fellow by the name of Wright that's out here. They got another guy by the name of Wagner that's running around the country. All of these people are trying to dig up sources of money, funding for different things. They've tried to come up with ideas where she could be photographed supposedly in a store that was vacant, supposedly walking across the street with cars with Ohio plates in the background. And they've tried to sell all this stuff, but they're not getting with success because the people with the big bucks are saying, hey, it's toxic. It'll wipe out our publication if we even have her on the inside of the cover, much less on the cover.
That's a good point there that Leonard makes. I think the Vivid people have gone on the record saying they don't want to be a part.
We'll see.
All right. Well,
when
Casey,
time comes along.
Casey talks about.
But, yeah. What bothered me was that she said she adopted a dog, and I'm like, I just hope that dog doesn't, keep her from going to the club one night because, or bark too much and be annoying like a crying baby could be.
There could be a little chloroform in the future for that dog, is what you're saying.
I don't know.
Well, then she talks about being lonely in the video. Check it out. She talks about the probation. She talks about the dog. Take a look.
Now I in some ways have someone to talk to even when I'm by myself, so I'm not bothering the poor dog. I've adopted, and I love. And he's as much my dog as any of the other pets I've ever had.
Kind of spooky. That's a little piece out of YouTube. Heather, remember in the testimony also, she apparently was had a pet cemetery with a bunch of pets in it. Remember that whole piece of her history?
Yeah, I mean, obviously whoever gave her the dog or she found the dog or something. I mean, I don't know that she really went to a place. Because they're pretty, people about adopting dogs are really strict. They, come to your house and check on you. And, I mean, you get your dog taken away from you.
I think when she means adopting a dog, I think she's talking about taking a stray off the street. Because I don't think anybody would let Casey Anthony adopt a dog.
No, I don't think
Call me
so
crazy.
either. No, I don't. Please, dear God, no. Not even a little fish. That would be dead in a second.
Matt, do you still plan to push forward with the actions against Casey? And when are we going to hear anything more substantial from her team, do you think?
Absolutely. And next week we're planning to renew our motion to compel her testimony. We've got trials set sometime in April. And so, we're just hopeful that at some point in time we're going to be able to bring some kind of justice for Zenaida. And I know America's starved for it in regards to Casey Anthony. And we haven't heard anything from her.